Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons of positive energy and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about a mystery candle wax reading. Now, my dear, as you may know, every now and then I like to record a mystery reading, so we create a very open space for any messages which are meant for you to know to come through and also for it to be a surprise, so for you not to expect anything. And today is that kind of a reading, and I'm gonna do it in a candle wax reading as I said. And yeah, my dear, as always, I have 3 piles you can choose from. So this is pile 1 with the Wheel of Fortune card, this is pile 2 with the Strength card, and this is pile 3 with the Hermit card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do we have for you in your mystery candle wax reading. Now my dear, I have your candle right here, so let me light it up for you guys. And then let's start for my beautiful pile 1. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment, and then we're gonna start with your reading for my beautiful pile 1. What do you need to know? Okay, the first message, 1 second. Okay, all right, so my dear, the first message that I received is very interesting because I heard in insecure times, trust is your best friend. So I don't know, maybe someone is watching this and they feel a little bit insecure when it comes to maybe the life phase you're in. You may be not necessarily confused, but it could be the case that it feels a little bit heavy. And I feel like the first message coming through here for you guys is to know that things will get better. So if you're someone who's right now maybe in a life phase in which you feel like it could be better, it could be lighthearted, like more lighthearted, it could be a little bit more easygoing, I'm hearing, then know that things are gonna become better, all right? But very important, it is, yeah, it's this element of trust. Trust, my dear pal 1, is so important. Whether it's trust in yourself, whether it's trust in life, right? And I know that sometimes when life is not the brightest, it can be especially difficult, right? Even more difficult than usual to feel trusting in what's happening in life. But this message today for you is definitely very important. So for someone watching this, look at how much trust you have in, I'm hearing, life and in yourself, or whether you feel like there's some disconnect there. I'm hearing looking into this will in yeah, oh my goodness. All right. I'm hearing looking into this will enhance and I'm hearing increase your well-being tremendously. I mean, if we think about it, if we take two people as an example, right? One person trusting life and trusting themselves, and the other having absolutely no trust in life whatsoever or in themselves, even. Of course, how these two people are gonna carry themselves, how they're gonna act, right? All these things may end up very, very different because obviously your mindset is very different, right? And I'm hearing the universe. The universe is inviting you to be more trusting. This is what this life phase in your life is all about. To be more trusting. Wow. Oh my goodness. Very, very interesting, Pile 1. There is another thing, my dear Pal 1, that I would like to talk about here, which is quite interesting as well. Now, what I heard in my minds, yeah, okay. What I heard, my dear, was mentor. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. You know, when you are the student, when you are in the middle of life, when you still feel like you are in the beginning of something, it is very difficult to see yourself in maybe a highly way or think that, you know, you could ever become the mentor, right? When you are the student, it is very difficult to imagine one day mastering whatever it is that, you know, you're working towards, right? What I'm seeing for you guys is that there is something in your energy, something very specific. Maybe something you're working towards right now. It could be connected to your career, your job, okay? For some of you guys, you may already work. For others, you may still study. But what I'm seeing here for you, and this feels like something which it feels like such a big part of your journey. I really feel like, my dear Pile 1, at one point in their life, and this is such an interesting message. I don't know why this is coming through, but hey, it has some significance here. But what I'm getting is that at one point in your life, my dear, you will become this mentor. You will not only succeed, but I'm hearing master your craft or master what it is that you are putting so much energy into for yourself, you know? And this is definitely connected to work or to your career. Let me tell you that. Like, it is coming through very, very strongly. And what I'm seeing is that even if you right now are in the position of learning and being far away from the mastering, but still, I see that one day you will go there and other people will become your students. So if you have been feeling a little bit discouraged in your career or when it comes to your dreams and your wishes, and all the, like, I'm hearing specifically money connected stuff, so this is definitely regarding your career. What I'm getting is that you don't even see perhaps who you're gonna transform into or what you're gonna create for yourself. And as I said, this is not only about you creating something for yourself, but also other people approaching you because they have trust in your abilities, they have trust in your skills and what you have to offer. My dear, if there's something you're passionate about and you're right now working towards, this is like a huge, I would say, motivation and encouragement for sure. But this is exactly what I heard. I heard very, very clearly mentor. And not to say that it is you that has a mentor, but the mentor, like themselves, that's you. That's who you are becoming. At one point, you will become someone's mentor or someone that other people will look up to, other people will respect. And yeah, this is such an interesting message to get because it seems to be so random, but at the same time, there is so much importance in this. So someone definitely needed to hear that today. Maybe someone watching this is still in the beginning of their journey, and this can be, yeah, very, very beautiful to hear that even if you are in the beginning, the end result, the end goal, it's gonna be incredible. So much potential you have, my dear Padawan, in what it is that you're doing. And that's not just me seeing it. I mean, I've been talking about this for quite a long time now, right? The fact that there are going to be other people recognizing this in you as well. Maybe even already that happening. I mean, maybe you feel like, or maybe some people have approached you telling you that whatever it is that you're doing, you're actually delivering very good in it. And even if this is something which has not happened yet, even if you feel like there is still room for improvement in whatever it is that you want to create for yourself, that's a beautiful thing to know, right? That we can always improve. Every mentor, every master at one point in their life was the student. Wow, oh my goodness. I feel like, my dear Palawan, either you already have started with that or you will start in the future or very, very soon, but I see you beginning something, starting something when it comes to your career or your job. Something that may seem small to a lot of people or not a big deal, but a lot of people are not going to even imagine how far you're going to take it. It's kind of like, you may know, I sometimes like to describe the energies or the messages that I'm receiving through the candle wax reading, my dear, through symbolism or like metaphors and all that, or even like in tarot cards. And one thing that I would like to explain here when I say like from one thing to the other, it's kind of like someone, if you are watching this and you are a little bit knowledgeable about the tarot cards, maybe you read them or you have learned a little bit about them, I would say this is kind of what I'm seeing here. It's almost like you're starting off here and you're like this page of pentacles, and where you're heading towards is like the king of pentacles, like starting off with an idea or a vision, doing the first steps, the potential being openly in front of you, but still you don't really know where it's heading towards. But then, like, what you're creating ultimately is this version of you that is actually in the King of Pentacles energy. Wow. Oh my goodness. You guys could be very determined. Very determined, you guys, yeah. And I'm also hearing everything at the right time. So don't get discouraged. I'm hearing when maybe you're gonna need some patience. It is not you not getting what you want, but it's kind of like the things that you want coming at the most ideal time towards you, I'm hearing. Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You guys have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the Wheel of Fortune talks or can talk also about divine timing, right? And this is kind of like this divine timing energy that I'm seeing here. It's kind of like at the divine timing, something very major is going to happen, like this breakthrough. But don't get discouraged when you're going to need a little bit of patience for this breakthrough to be manifested, I'm hearing. Another thing I would like to say, my dear Pile One, regarding the previous messages I shared with you guys, excuse me, my dear. Another message is I talked about the fact that you're someone who a lot of people are gonna see as a mentor or someone who they can look up to. One thing I would like to emphasize here as well is the fact that for some of you guys, online could also be a huge part. I don't know whether some of you guys maybe would like to do something online, share your ideas or your passion online, or have some inspiration regarding that, but this energy is flowing in here as well. It kind of feels like your beauty, okay? And your, I'm hearing incredible nature is not gonna only yeah, it's not only going to be directed to people around you, but much more like out there, maybe through online exchange. Or another thing I'm hearing international as well. Yeah. Wow, pile one. You guys have definitely this kind of energy of someone who is here to create great stuff, is here to create maybe a business or just something that um I'm also hearing purpose in it and passion. So this is also about you finding something that you truly care about, not just some kind of work that you feel like is not really giving you any mm, happiness, you know? You guys are builders in the sense that you're capable of creating incredible stuff. And people see that, people recognize that in you. I don't know whether people so far have shared that with you. For example, a family member, a friend, or someone that sees you in action when it comes to this creative and this working energy. But people think and they see it. Whether they say it or not is another thing, but they recognize it in you. And even I am recognizing it in you alone through this energy that you're carrying. That I'm hearing the world is your stage. Wow, this reading is very, very beautiful. I almost feel like I'm speaking here to people who are gonna create incredible things for themselves. That's something beautiful. I feel so honored, honestly, to connect with this beautiful energy, to connect with your beautiful energy. My beautiful Palawan, this is all I have for you guys for today. My dear, if you would like to claim this energy, let's go with a star emoji. Drop a star emoji in the comment section below, my dear, if you would like to claim this beautiful reading. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one. Take care, my dear. Hey, pal, too. Welcome to your reading, my dear. Now, let's see what messages do we have for you for your mystery candle wax reading. What's coming, my dear? What do you need to know? Now, as always, let's start straight away with your reading. I have your candle right here. And then let's see for my beautiful pile 2. What do you need to know? As always, my dear, please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. For my beautiful pile 2, what messages do we have for you today? Wow. Oh my goodness. Pile 2, I need to to share with you guys, like just like that, okay? How intense it was when the energies like kind of like entered the space. And I would like to talk about something which is like it is so crystal clear to me what that's like I can't even talk. What is happening here? So, for my beautiful pile 2, let me say you have a spirit guide, okay? One spirit guide that is glued to your side. One spirit guide which is, wow, the best way that I can honestly describe their energy is unconditional love. This is a spirit guide of you that I'm hearing has been there all the way. And I would like to emphasize regarding the energy that this person, not person, interesting that I said person here, okay? But like this being is embodying, I would say it tends to be more so a masculine energy, okay? So just for you guys to know, it could be significant for someone, but it's more so embodying a masculine energy. And one thing that I would like to say about this spirit guide of yours is that this is a soul family constellation. This energy that is taking the role in this lifetime for you as the spirit guide is definitely an energy that you're connected to on a complete different level. And I know, like, we went from 0 to 100 regarding the messages. And this is also why I said, wow. I mean, that's exactly how it came through for me as well, you guys, okay? Very intense and very overwhelming. But I just need to say it the way it's coming through. For some of you guys, you may actually already know that you have a spirit guide like that, you know? You may feel that you have a connection to, I'm hearing a divine being, wow, like that. Oh my goodness. This energy definitely wants you to be aware of its present because, excuse me, of its presence because there is a lot of love between you guys. You know, even like in the 5D, a lot of love exchange between you guys. And I'm hearing I've always been there and I will always be there for you. So, especially for those of you guys who, yeah, especially for those of you guys who may sometimes struggle with maybe feeling a little bit lonely or sometimes feeling like you don't have that much support. Let me tell you how much support is coming your way, how much energy is being sent your way. Now look at that, my dear. I am I am just noticing that I am literally dropping the candle wax in like a circular kind of way, right? We can literally see the circle right there. And what I heard when I realized that is never ending. You know, like a circle that doesn't have a beginning or an end. This is your connection. Your connection doesn't have an ending or an end either, and it is never ending. Oh my goodness, it just, this energy is so intense. It kind of makes me even get emotional involuntarily, you know, because it's so intense. You have here something that is very significant. Don't you ever think, my dear, that you're alone. Feeling this energy, okay, that is directed to you. I'm just the observer here. I'm just seeing everything as the messenger. But just witnessing it like that and the intensity of it, you should never feel alone, but because you're absolutely not. This is something I feel like a lot of people would wish they could have, you know, because it's something so real and so genuine and so, I'm even hearing eternal. So wow. We're getting a spiritual connection between you and one of your spirit guides coming through. I'm wondering whether you guys are already aware of this or not, honestly. But it would surprise me a little bit if you were completely oblivious to this or unaware of this, because it is so intense. Like, how can you go through life without knowing it or without noticing it, without receiving messages or insights? But I mean, for some of you guys, that can definitely be the case that you may not know this. And I know that some people may not really understand the kind of support that can come energetically, because, I mean, we're living in a physical reality, right? And it may sound a little bit even like unnecessary to have energetic support when a lot of people are actually wishing for like a physical support, right? Something they can like touch and see and like firsthand. Something energetical can sometimes feel like not important because it is not in your face the same way maybe another person would be. But what I would like to share with you guys here is that energetic support is something that, especially on a spiritual level, is so nurturing and so significant. And honestly, I just said spiritual, and this is something I feel so important in your life path as well, is that at one point, my dear pal, too, your spirituality will become very significant in your journey as well. Maybe some of you guys watching this, you are already spiritual, or you consider yourself spiritual, you like to do certain things that are spirituality for you, the way you like to express it. But even if it's not the case, I'm seeing like long term wise in the future, you will understand everything much more. I'm hearing like clear. This connection I've been talking about with the spirit guide, but not only that, also your own divinity. Very often we look for the outside when it comes to looking for the divine, right? But the divine is living within yourself already. And I really feel like for you, my dear pal, too, the journey towards exploring your own like divinity and the universe through yourself, it's gonna become very major. Now, maybe some of you guys are listening to this and you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not spiritual at all, or I don't see myself on that journey. I feel like what I'm hearing is something coming to the light, something which has been kept in the dark, maybe even in the subconscious, by the way, coming to the conscious or to the light, to the scene, where it can be heard and observed, and where you can reflect on it. This is so interesting. Wow. This is a very deep, like, spiritual reading. I feel this so strongly. One thing that I'm receiving, my dear pile, too, and I'm wondering how you feel towards this message. What I received was, through your own journey, through your own growth, you're gonna help others to also come out of their stagnant energy, come out of their stuck energy, I'm hearing. So that's interesting. Maybe this is a very, I would say, too soon message, in the sense that maybe right now you don't really understand it yet because you are not on that journey yet, or maybe you just started there. But when it comes to your spiritual journey, my dear pal, too, let me tell you that it's not only going to benefit you, but your spiritual journey is very deeply connected to other people, and kind of like you also helping others, okay, when it comes to their own lives. And specifically, the way it came through, as I said, was you breaking or helping people. I'm hearing coming out of the trap or stepping out of the cage, something which is like making them feel stuck. Wow. Oh my goodness. And it could also just be people around you, like, family, friends, and all that. But for some of you guys, the kind of impact you can have on others could even be like more wide, like wider than that. Oh my goodness, my dear pal, too. Your energy is incredible. It's kind of like there is this deep knowledge and wisdom within you that will eventually be seen by others, and your experiences in life, your knowledge, and your incredible wise nature will help others on this path that we call life as well. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful, my dear pal, too. You're gonna, I'm hearing you're gonna make a change for the better, your way, okay? In your own way, you're gonna leave a mark in a very positive way. Wow. Oh my goodness. This reading is so unexpected, but that's exactly the beauty of it, right? I don't know whether someone clicked on this video and expected anything like that to come forward. My dear pal, too, if you would like, my dear, to claim this energy, this reading for you, let's go with a lion emoji, my dear. Drop a lion emoji in the comment section below if you would like this to be invited into your energy. Now, my dear, as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal, too. Take care, my dear. Hey, Pal 3, welcome to Reading My Dear. Now, let's see what messages do we have for you in this candle wax reading, mystery candle wax reading. What do you need to know, my dear? Now, first of all, let me light up your candle and then let's start, my dear. All right. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment. And then let's see for my beautiful pile 3. What messages do we have for you for today? What do you need to know? The first message, my dear, that I'm receiving here for you guys is reconnect with your inner child. Yeah, the inner child energy is coming forward today for you guys pretty strongly. And this inner child energy is surrounded, okay? Surrounded by so much love. I feel like there is a part of you, my dear pile 3, that you may have recently neglected a little bit. Maybe you're not taking as much care for yourself as you should, as you're deserving. Sometimes, also the kind of lives that we're living can make us disconnect a little bit from who we are and from our inner self, right? And I feel like this reading is in a way like a invitation for you guys to connect with yourselves more. Yes, especially in the beginning, one thing that I received was your inner child. So let's just talk about that for a second. What I feel like, my dear, with this inner child energy coming through, yeah, this aspect of inner child can mean so many different things for so many different people, right? Depending on our own personal experiences as children and all the things we associate with it, right? But one thing that I would like to talk about here is this purity of love that we have as children. We don't know the cruelty of life and of this world, as a child. Some people may say we're a little bit naive, or at least we don't know it all yet, right? We just see life from a limited perspective. However, a child is gonna be one of the most open minded and one of the most trusting versions of us that we will ever have. Because although perhaps for some there is naivety in it, but at the same time, there is such purity in the trust that we have in life. And one thing that I would like to say is that one thing that's being shown to me here is an invitation for you to reconnect with this pure love that you have still very much within yourself. Now, for some of you guys, maybe you're watching this and because of life experiences, because of maybe even romantic negative experiences, or any kind of relationships in general, doesn't have to be only romantic, could also be negative friendship experiences, or even like family and stuff with people. Maybe this innocence or purity when it comes to love, okay, this has been shattered for you, and maybe you even, yeah, feel like you have been guarding yourself a little bit. And it is very understanding because it's coming from a place of protection, right? You want to protect yourself from, for example, another heartbreak or from negative energies. But one thing that you have to keep in mind is that although you're protecting yourself and you're making sure not to allow just anyone into your space, sometimes we may not even be aware of the fact that we're also getting harder, or we're also like our own heart is freezing a little bit. And this is something that you don't want to happen. And this is something that it's being shown to me here. And this invitation that I've been talking about, it's kind of like the energies are inviting you to reconnect with your own unconditional love, with the love that you have had as a child and you still have within yourself. And we prioritize so many things in our lives, right? So many things. But one thing that we don't prioritize sometimes is ourselves. And this truly feels like a invitation for, I would say, a reconnection to yourself, to self-love, but in a very pure and genuine way. This is all about you looking into, my goodness, this is very intense. This is all about you looking at the parts of yourself that need nurture and love from you. This is a invitation for you to self-reflect and to see that certain parts of you may feel like they have been forgotten or they're not significant anymore, but they absolutely are significant. So for example, going back to the inner child aspect, right? A lot of people may find this concept very ridiculous or even think like, I'm an adult now, like how is it possible that like my inner child is still around, or like it's still influencing me, or I should heal something about it and stuff like that. But what we need to understand is that yes, with time, we of course, our bodies change, the physical things change, but the energetic things are still within us. Just because we're not as small as we were, like when we were a child, doesn't mean that this part of us is not deep down within us still, and maybe even influencing us to some extent. And this reading is all about you making peace with all of your sides, and not only that, but accepting them and loving them for who they are. In a world in which we constantly get like so much energy being thrown at us, right? Regarding why our life is not where it should be, why we're not good enough, why things should actually be different, why we shouldn't be happy where we are right now. It can be so overwhelming. And for a lot of people, one thing that truly can bring them peace is connecting with themselves, because yes, maybe from the outside we cannot really control how things go. We can never control 100% where this world is heading towards, but what we can control is the world that's going on within us. And of course, in order to create a harmonious inner world, we also need to make peace with this, yeah, with these sides of ourselves that are living within us, right? So this is an invitation. For example, if someone is watching this and they feel like, yes, indeed, I feel like I am in a battle with my inner child, or there are some aspects of me that need nurture, need my love more than ever, then this is definitely your message for creating a space in which you can reconnect to you and create a very intimate and full of love, okay? Full of love, a relationship with yourself. And it's so sad because if some people may hear these phrases like creating a relationship with yourself and they may find it ridiculous. Like, how are you supposed to create a relationship with yourself? You can only create relationships like with others but not with yourself. It is interesting how, if we think about it, everything of course is interconnected, and the kind of ways in which we interact in relationships outside of ourselves are all determined also or influenced by the relationship we have towards ourselves, right? The amount of love we can give, the amount of love we can receive, how we behave, and all that. If we feel some disconnect within ourselves, it may be very difficult for us to also create real connections with others. Because how can you create real connections with others when the first person you're the closest to, you're disconnected to, right? Which is you. So you see, you guys, we're diving into this very, very deeply, but I truly feel like the way it's coming through, the energies, it is so important for them to share this with you. And by the way, I don't know why I'm getting drawn towards this, but you have the Hermit card, right, as this pile card. And the Hermit card is a card of self exploration and self reflection. So, for some of you guys, maybe this is gonna be something which will soon or in the next life phase of your life become even more significant, okay? I'm hearing looking within. So, wow. And even if you look at this, we can see the same person but twice, right? And it looks a little bit like more like as if this is the actual person, this is like their shadow or something like that. And this could be like even shadow work for some of you guys. I don't know, but for you guys, the Hermit card really is coming forward in connection to this reading. Wow. Yeah, I feel like there was a reason why I chose this card, because there are truly also messages in here for you, for sure. And also, my dear pile 3, I mean, I talked a little bit about the kind of love that's coming forward for you, all this unconditional love, but another thing I would like to mention is that for some of you guys, you could even, if you're single, for example, even invite new love into your life, or if you are already in a connection, you could even take it to the next level, because what I'm seeing is that even when it comes to romantic love, it seems like you're attracting something or you're manifesting something for yourself. All right, so a lot of love in this energy for sure. I'm hearing a pure heart. This is what you have. You have a pure heart. And this pure love that you have, if there is one person that is deserving of its love, then it's yourself, okay? It is you. There is no one out there who is as deserving of your love as you are. And this is definitely a big invitation of this reading, my dear. Wow, I love this energy so, so much. My dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. If you, my dear, would like to claim this energy, let's go with a tree emoji. Drop a tree emoji in the comment section below if you would like this to be your energy. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3. Take care, my dear.